All right, welcome everybody. Today's video, we're over here by Bang Wa BTS and the MRT station. We're in the old part of the city and we're down on the canal. So we're going to take a canal boat tour today and we're going to see some of the old route of the Chaophraya River. Back in the old days, the Chaophraya kind of went a little different way around inside of Bangkok here. And we're going to kind of explore it with a little tour that we're on. I found a free tour that's kind of cool. So it's at the best price. So we're going to take this little tour and we're going to see some things like the Wat Pak Nam. We're going to see the Artisans Village, and we're supposed to see like a shadow puppet show at this floating market and see some other stuff. So hopefully we'll have a good day. So let's see. So here is the canal. You see over here, here's a boat that's had better days and a little repair shop with a little kitchen and stuff. And then we have some canals. And then over here is the new like MRT, BTS stuff. And then part of the canal also. And some of the big boats. And there's a like a ferry line that goes up and down this canal. I've never been like on the ferry itself. So I'm gonna have to come back down here another day and check this out. Got one of the local boats going by. You can see they got the big old huge motor with no exhaust, so these are quite loud. Here's the meeting point right down here by the pier. This is the Bang Wa Pier. They give you like a little coupon for lunch and a little snack for breakfast. And we'll get on the boat here pretty quick. So here's the tour. Here's the little tour director. So there's going to be about 100 people here on the tour. This is something sponsored by the Klong district. This is the big boats we're going on. So there's going to be 3 boats. So it's a pretty big group today. All right, so let's get on the boat. We're on boat number 2. And here's the big motor, Nissan diesel. Find a good spot to sit. All right, so here's our little guides, and then up here is where the pilot's going to sit. Now, over here they have some street murals and stuff like that that show kind of the history of the Klong district. All right, and away we go. There's three boats going, and we have our tour guides up here. They're talking on the microphone. Now we get to see the local canals. So this is 8:30 in the morning and the tour will finish at 3:30 this afternoon. So we have a long day of looking around to do. Should be a great time. Some of the sights along the canal. So our first stop along the tour is going to be Wat Intharam, which is a temple by King Taksin from the Thonburi era. It's where his ashes are. Also, the royal consort are buried there. Through the trees. Nice view of Wat Pak Nam. We'll eventually make our way over there to this temple and look around. So we're on the Bangkok Canal. And this is Wat Pak Nam over here. Yeah, this right here should be, yeah, that's a nice view right there. You can see the houses and stuff on the canal. Some Chinese writing on that house. All their clothes. And their dog.
ตรงนั้นเป็นแผ่นดินในสมัยอยุธยาแสงน้ำเนี่ยมันก็เปลี่ยนทิศทางมันไม่เข้าบางกอกน้อยแล้วนึกภาพตรงสะพานปิ่นเกล้าใช่ไหมแต่เดินแม่น้ำเราจะเลี้ยวเข้าทางศรีราชเข้าบางกอกน้อยแล้วก็อ้อมออกบางกอกใหญ่
Selling his wares out here on the river.
ฮัลโหลก็คือคลองเป็นแม่น้ำและแม่น้ำกลางคลองลัดเก็บรู้จักไหมคลองลัดเก็บ
Chaophraya Pier.
ไหว้พระสักการะสมเด็จพระเจ้าตากสิน
Now, if you stay on this canal, it'll eventually run into the Chaophraya River, a new bend of the Chaophraya.
ฮัลโหล
We have a market over in here.
วันนี้อะไรไม่เป็นใจเดี๋ยวเราใช้เสียงสดง่ายกว่าเดี๋ยวให้ถึงวัดก่อนที่เขาตลาดวัดจันทร์นะ
More the market.
ตลาดปู
This is in the Talaplu area.
ก็จริงๆแล้วเป็นเพราะอะไรเพราะนี่แหละแล้วก็อย่างที่ปลูกอ่ะ
So here's going to be our first stop at Wat Intharam.
ทำให้ปูตรงนั้นเนี่ยเป็นป่า
This is a fantastic temple, but we're only going to be here for about 10 minutes. And here's the other boat, so we'll anchor right off to the side and then cross over.
ไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวคนเรือเขาอยู่ตลอด
And right back here is the temple we're going to. So we're at Wat Intharam Pier, and this is the canal here that we were just on. And we're going to look around at this temple really quick. And then we're going to walk from here to the next temple. So this is Wat Intra. This is where King Taksin and his royal consort, or their ashes, are interned. Then you have one of the old buildings over here, and then this little shrine. Yeah, I've done a video from this one. This is a fantastic temple. Here's a statue of King Taksin. And then in here, this is where the Thais come over to pray and make merit. It's kind of a cool little building. So you take your shoes off to come in here. And then they stick the gold leaf and everything on. Then you have the statue of King Taksin right there. And there's a ton of incense burning in this little room. Yeah, this hall's locked up, so we won't be able to see in there. They were renovating it last time I came over, so they're probably still doing something. So you can see all around here. And here's the chetties. And the town or the city has just kind of grown all up around this temple. Over here's the shrine and one of those other little buildings. Oh, that guy's mad. So let's go into this temple. We got some monks over here doing some stuff. Let's look inside this hall. This temple is fantastic. We don't have a whole lot of time here. Looks like we got a ceremony going on. We have a shrine here for King Taksin. And then back behind it is one of the big halls. And this one over here. This temple is fantastic. It's really nice. It's a royal temple. It's not a first-class temple, but it was King Taksin's favorite temple. And I have done a video from here, so maybe I'll try to pin a comment with some of these temples in it that I've visited. All right, let's stick our head in this building here, this ordination hall. This is where the novice monks come over and have the ceremony when they're initiated into the monkhood. Yeah, this is a really, really nice hall. So you can see the main Buddha in this hall here. And this is where the monks do the ceremonies, right here on this little platform. And it's just a cavernous building with the red and gold ceiling. And it looks like the columns are getting a little faded, so they'll need to come in here and renovate this here in a little while. There probably originally was like murals and stuff like that on the walls, but there's not anymore. This is in front of that ordination hall. So there's 4 little buildings here with different stuff in them. One of them has a cool pose of the Buddha, and this is the ordination hall. And it has these big Khmer style chetties right there, and then one more over here on the other side of the ordination hall. And then it has the shrines and stuff like that all around, some Chinese shrines. And there's 4 of these little tiny buildings. One of them has the pose of the Buddha in the coffin. I think there's a reclining Buddha and a couple others. Let's look inside this one really quick. So you can see the reclining Buddha right here. And it has some old murals and stuff like that still on the walls. It has big chetties all here across the front. And this is the main road over here that goes through Thonburi. We didn't come in on the road, we came in on the boat this time, so we missed out on all the traffic. And in this hall here has a little tiny Buddha, I believe, inside. Yeah, this one right here. So it has a small little Buddha that you can climb up there, and it has a Buddha footprint right there in front of it. And you can see some more of the murals that are still on this walls. Yeah, this is a fun little temple here. You can see this chetty here has the giants along the base, and then this is building number 3. This is the one that has an unusual pose. You don't see this very often. This one here has the death pose. So this is Buddha in the coffin, and then you have the 3 disciples here, and some more of the murals. These are really faded in this little hall, but you can still see them. Now, I've seen only 3 of these. There might be more, so if anybody knows where there's some more of these, let me know in a comment and I'll go take a look at them. And let's go to the 4th building. You see another one of the chetties here, and then that 4th little building is right in front of us. And then here is one of the big chetties, and here's that little obosot that we first saw that little ceremony going on. This one here looks like it's faded a little bit on the bottom, but it has another reclining Buddha inside. So here is the reclining Buddha. So the 2 reclining Buddhas face towards each other, and this looks like it's actually made out of wood. And then some more of the murals. All right, so we'll take one more last look here at this courtyard. Now over here is some more of the stuff for the temple and some other parts of Thonburi. I think that's where all the monk quarters and stuff are, is back in there. All right, let's go to our next stop. Yeah, this is the famous part of this temple. This is King Taksin's ashes, and then that's the royal consort's ashes inside of these chetties. Okay, so we're gonna walk through the Talat Plu area. Now the next temple will be one of King Taksin's favorite soldiers. One of his most trusted soldiers. He's buried at this next temple. This is the little market set up so everybody can get over here and get something to eat. So they do the butchering here of the sausages. And then their houses are just right here next to this little market. It's got some interesting odors. We'll walk over the canal. And here's the canal. So we're going to come into this little market. Oh, that's loud. So we're going to come into this market that we saw from over on the boat. And it's just a fresh market, so you have all the produce, everything that the people they get for cooking at home, stuff like that. This may be a market I have to come over and explore a little bit more in detail. We're just walking through it today to go to the next place on the tour. All the chicken, here's some crab and some fish. And in places like this, it always has a fishy smell. and then you see the water on the ground. So you walk through here and you kind of splash that up on your feet, and you'll smell a little fishy after you leave these fresh markets like this. All the normal stuff you see. And then you can hear motorcycles and see them coming, shooting through here. Oranges, bananas. Now we're going to go into this temple. Now this temple is pretty cool. It has two Buddhas that are facing each other. Okay, so this is Wat Intharam, I believe. And this was built by King Taksin's most trusted advisor, or his favorite soldier. Now it looks like there is a ceremony going on in here right now. So we have the monks up here. We'll take a look inside. Yeah, this is a nice hall. It has all the murals and stuff. They're Bangkok era murals. Here's the hall. You can see the marker stones out here. Now it looks like it has a little bit of Chinese influence up there on the top. The little marker stones all around. Now this hall right here, I hope it's open. This is the one that has the two Buddhas that are facing each other. It's the only temple like it I've ever seen in Thailand. Oh, and it's locked up. Yeah, there's two Buddhas. There's one on this side and one on this side, and they face each other. I've only been in here one time. I came in and there was some monks that were in here doing a little bit of painting and stuff, and they showed me inside that hall. So we don't get to see it today. Okay, so we're done over there at that temple, so now we're gonna walk to our next stop. A little bit more of the market. This market is actually quite huge here around this temple. Yeah, this would be definitely something I need to come and see a little bit more detail. And of course the motorcycles. A lot of stuff going on down here this morning. Chicken and duck. And then you got the parts of the pig. Some more of the duck. Just ride up on your motorcycle and order and get the fish. Thais are eyeing all these fish that are here for sale. So you can see this is just their house. They built it and they just opened up the storefront. They're selling like herbs and stuff out of here. You can smell it in the air. Have some more food over here, so you can buy some of this food for 20 baht. Some Khnom Krot. Okay, then this is our third stop here. So this is the chetty for the soldier that served King Taksin. And this is a little Mon-style temple. There's the ordination hall over here. And the coolest building is right here, but they're renovating it. So we won't be able to look. Maybe I'll stick my head in over here. Yeah, this is the hall that they're renovating. You can see they got the scaffolding and everything around. Oh, Sawadee Kap. And yeah, I would really like to look inside of this building. And as you can see, they've kind of gutted the whole inside, so there's not a whole lot to see. So this is a temple I'll have to come back and see in a year or so. This looks really cool. I love these old temple buildings. So the story of this soldier is that he renovated this temple whenever he was serving under King Taksin. And then whenever the coup happened that overthrew King Taksin and Rama I took over, he didn't want to serve under Rama I. So this is where he's interned. So his ashes are inside of that one little chetty. You can see here, this is the main Buddha, and they have all these little Buddhas in these little notches all around. Yeah, this is nice. And then it has the black lacquer with the gold on the doors. Kind of interesting, they have little shrines all around the inside of the wall here. They have the little like wooden things that they put the like little Buddha amulets and all that on. And then here's that hall that we looked in. Yeah, it's quite nice. Now this temple here, they have on this hidden temple series that they do in Bangkok. There's a push to kind of promote some of these hidden temples. They have like a little moon drop up there on the hill, and it's got a gate that's closed off so you can't see it. So I may have to look into that hidden temple thing and see if I could do something similar to that or show some of those temples that are on that tour. But this hall is the highlight of this temple. It has the Ayutthaya style hall right here, and then it has that other little mon building that's being renovated, and then it has that chetty with the ashes of King Taksin's general. Okay, so this is interesting. So they say this is the only pose like this in Thailand. So you have the Buddha that's laying on his back right before they cremate him. And it's in this nice little hall here. Yeah, this is quite interesting. So we can see how it is. All right, so we're going to leave this little temple here, and the next stop is Talat Plu. We're going to go look at the market over there. So that was actually pretty interesting. I didn't expect to see that new pose of the Buddha that I've never seen before. So we're going to go back into some of this market. Over here's a Chinese shrine. You can see there's their image inside. And then back into more of this market here. Okay, so here we are over at Talat Plu. And this is the Bangkok Canal where we first came in. So we went by this pier on the canal, and you can see how the buildings are. So we walked over here from that temple, and now we're going to do our next thing. We're advertising a boat tour here. So you can take it from this Talat Plu for 1,500 baht, up to 5 people. And it takes you to the Wat Pak Nam and the Artisan Village and a few other things. All right, so let's get back on our boat. So this is the Bangkok Yai district. I love how they have the boats kind of dry docked like that. You can see all those roots hanging down out of the tree. And let's just go up into like little side canals. A lot of those side canals are abandoned now. They're partially filled in, or they're just not being used. It doesn't take long in this this jungle like here to be overgrown with trees. So we stopped here so the Thais can feed the fish. So we're tossing some bread out to them. These big old huge Klong catfish. Okay, so we're down here at our next stop. And we're at the Pasai Chaophraya Pier. So we're going to go and see a temple here, and then we're going to go from here to Wat Pak Nam. So a little bit more walking down these little narrow alleys and stuff. More little markets and stuff. Yeah, this next temple is supposed to be one of the unseen temples that most people don't ever go over and see. So I don't actually know if I've been there before, so we'll be able to check it out. All right, so here we are, and it's opposite of Wat Pak Nam. You can see they got a big Buddha over there. Here's the like 2-story little library. And then they have a big, like, Khmer style prong right there. And then this little hall. Looks like they're doing some renovation and stuff here to this one. So here is that big jetty. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. And it's got some Thai writing over there. So let's look in here. So you got to take off your shoes to come into this one, of course. And then you can see the marker stones, the Buddha Simas all around this little ordination hall. Yeah, I've never been to this temple, so this is pretty nice. Yeah, this is a cool looking little hall. You have all the little tiny Buddhas. It's kind of a plain hall, but it has the black lacquer windows and shutters. And then it has a black ceiling with all those little tiles, or the little flowers painted. Yeah, this is really cool. Not sure how many little images they are, but there's quite a few. They have a little data thing talking about every single one of them. It's all in Thai. You can see how the back of the doors also would have been painted up. I'm sure the back of these window shutters also. Actually, they would. You can see up there by the Buddha image, they have those have the paintings on the back. It's kind of tough to see the styling of this building because they got this awning built around it. But this is Wat Apsan Sawan Warwihan, or something like that. And over here they have a little Wihan, but it looks like it's locked up. Yeah, I'd like to see what's inside of there also, but maybe another day. This temple looks nice. Kind of a cool looking little chetty here. And inside they have a little tiny Buddha. And then you can see the outside of this temple, the wall here, the low wall, with the little chetty there on the corner. Yeah, I think this is like Mon styling. A little bit different look to some of this stuff. And then this one here is quite nice too. Looks like there's quite a few Buddhas, so let's take a peek inside there right quick. It's locked up. And inside they have some kind of cool looking little Buddha, and the Buddha footprint there in front of that one. And they're doing something over here on the pier. The guy's shimmying down. Got the monk over here supervising. And this is I believe the Bangkok Yai Canal. It just goes right here. Now there's another temple on the other side of the canal. I've been to this one before, but I've never made a video of. I keep meaning to come back over here and make a video, and it looks really, really cool. So maybe that's something I'll do another day here. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to this little temple. The little chetty here is fantastic, and then this little hall here looks really, really nice. Wish I could get into that little Wihan, but another day. This is just a hidden little temple back behind Wat Pak Nam that I had no idea about until the Bodhi tree right here in the middle of the driveway. It's kind of interesting how the roots have grown kind of in this like little circle here. So inside this little building, they'll have the little Buddhist Bibles inside of there. I've seen those before. They have those like little wooden cabinets that they'll hold them. And then over here, this is Wat Pak Nam. That's that big, huge chetty that has like that little dome. Okay, we're walking back over. We just crossed the little Klong. So right over there, that's Wat Pak Nam. And we're walking into this little temple over here. It has all these giant Buddhas. It's pretty eye-catching whenever you see it from the canal. All right, so we walked over the little canal, and we're right over here at Wat Khun Chan Wara Ma Taya Panta Sahararam, or that is quite a mouthful. So this is a Mon style temple. And it's right across the little canal from Wat Pak Nam. It has a kind of a cool looking reclining Buddha. It's a little bit different styling than you will see. Yeah, we're gonna just look around this temple really quick, and then we're gonna go over to Wat Pak Nam. Yeah, this is an interesting temple. Now this is over here in Thonburi. There's a lot to see here. And they've shortened up the name here to Wat Khun Chan. So they say, that's the sign right there. Yeah, I like the styling of these buildings here a lot. So they have a little plexiglass, and I stubbed my toe on the little step. Oh, this is really nice. So this is the main Buddha, and you can see the murals. Yeah, this is really, really nice. And then they have some pictures here of the temple, what it used to look like back in the old days, with some of the monks. You see the red ceiling, everything. So these murals here, it looks like that's King Taksin. One of the temples. What's really cool here, what I really like about this, is that kind of like that prayer wheel behind the Buddha's head. It's a really nice picture up there on the wall. And then the Buddha is here that all the people come and stick the gold leaf on. You got a monk over here giving out some blessings. And then they have some more temple buildings all around here. Looks like this ordination hall is locked up. Yeah, I definitely will come back over here to this temple and make a video of it. There's another building over there. There's a lot to see here. This is quite cool. So you have this humongous image here. Then you have this big giant Buddha sitting on the 3 elephants. And then they have the Buddha right there next to it. And then at the base is this big giant. Yeah, this is really something to see here. Then they have all kinds of things all around the bottom here with murals. And then they have this place here for people to come and they'll have a ceremony, and they have all these strings and stuff here. Yeah, you see those 5 Buddha lined up there. Then it has the Ganesh down at the bottom. Yeah, this is just absolutely fantastic here. And I'm missing so much stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's locked up, and we just are not going to have time to explore this whole temple today. But it's on my list of things to do on another occasion. Right, so we're done over there at that little temple. That one is a lot of fun. Now for one of the best in Bangkok is Wat Pak Nam. Now it has the largest Buddha in Bangkok, but it's not the largest in Thailand. The biggest in Thailand is at Wat Moon, which is up by Ang Thong. So we're going to see this temple for a little bit and enjoy. So here's the map of Wat Pak Nam. So there is the big giant Buddha. Now there's a lot to see at this temple. We're not going to have a whole lot of time, but we might have time to go up to the top of this jetty right here. So they've redone this courtyard here, so you can see the sign over there. I've been here a few times and they've been doing different stuff here, but now this is all open. And you can see right there, there is this big Buddha. Yeah, this makes it nice for people that want to come over and take pictures of this. And the canal is right over here. And then it has a bunch of different temple buildings back in here. All right, so we're not going to have time to go to the top of that little jetty. I've seen it many times, but I have made a couple videos from over here. Let's look inside of this hall. This one here is a fantastic building with all the other temples in Bangkok on the wall and around Thailand. Yeah, this hall is fantastic. You got the scene of the goddess of the earth up here. And flooding the world. And then you have temples like, this is Wat Intharam. Over here, this is that temple in Thonburi with the Buddha footprint and different ones all around. And up here is the scenes of the Buddha. Yeah, this hall is fantastic. It has a grandfather clock here. Now it has 3 doors, so this would have had for the entrance for the royals. I'm not sure if any of the kings have came here to this temple or not. I mean, I'm sure they have because this is a famous temple. So I never noticed this before. These are the marker stones around this ordination hall. And they have them just around on the floor, built down into the ground, which is kind of different. Got a dog over here hanging out. They got a little bed made for him. So we're gonna walk through here and then go to our next stop. They have places to come over and pray. The elephant and the old Buddha, everything to stick the gold leaf on. And this is an active temple, so there's monks all here. So you can come over and get the blessings and everything. Make the donations to this temple. This is a famous temple that's from the Ayutthaya era. We'll look inside this building right quick. This is a amazing building with all the teak wood. So let's go up and check it out. So you can see how this is. This is on the 2nd floor. This is the coffin with one of the famous monks from here. And everybody's down here praying, doing all this stuff. And this is a nice look at that big Buddha right out of the window. You can see over here they have like a little shrine, and back behind there is that big jetty. And then more of the temple buildings. This place is pretty cool. It's got trees and everything, so you can't really tell how big it is until you get in here and you walk around and you see all of this stuff. All right, so we finished up at Wat Pak Nam. Now we're back over here at the pier. So we're gonna get on the boat and then we're gonna go over and we're gonna go to the floating market and have lunch. And here's the boat. We're gonna get back on this. So we're back on the boat. Now right across the canal from Wat Pak Nam is this temple over here. I don't think we're going to stop at this one today, but I've been here before and I did it in one of my canal videos. It's a pretty cool looking little temple. Yeah, it's Wat Champoli. Has an interesting jetty and it has a couple of reclining Buddhas that are nice. Over here, I think this is like Wat Nuan Charit or something like that. I've never been to this temple before, but it might be worth something to come down and see another day. They have the wooden buildings here. Some of the houses built down here on the canal. This one over here is in pretty rough shape. Give me an idea what kind of boat we're on. We're on this boat here. It's a big one, which is pretty nice. You got a good view of everything that's going on. It's not like those long tails that are really deep, and it's a little loud, but it's not too bad. And then we have the tour guide. He's over here on the microphone, and then here's our our pilot or the ship's captain. And so here we are, Wat Campang Bangkok Pier. This is the little floating market. It's the Klong Bang Luang floating market. And you can see the canal here. There's a bunch of these long taos. So this is a popular place for these long taos to go on the tours.
ร้านในชุมชนได้ด้วยโดยไม่แน่ใจว่าวันนี้จะมีนักเรียนหรือเปล่าคือธรรมดาเนี่ยจะมีนักเรียนนะนักเรียนมาทำดนตรีให้พวกเราฟัง
Alright, so here we are. Wat Campang Pek Bangkok Pier, or however you say it. This is a small little floating market. I've been here one other time. There's a temple over there. Maybe we'll get a chance to take a look at it. Yeah, when we came here before, it was pretty quiet. So part of this little tour is they're giving us a little lunch. Got a band playing over here. Okay, so right next to the little floating market is this nice little temple. And it has 3 buildings. It has this little small one over here. It has this one in the middle, and then another one right over here. So I've seen these before. I made a video over here when we did our canal tour. But this is quite a cool little temple. It's nothing huge, but let's take a quick look at all these buildings again. And this small little hall has about 1 million Buddhas jammed in here. It's a nice shape. It's just one of these old buildings. It's pretty simple, has 3 windows on each side, and then it has all the Buddhas. Now I have no idea how old these are. I mean, there might be some that are quite old, but I don't really know too much about this temple. All right, let's look in this ordination hall. You can see the little wee hand over there. And this one's got the really high roof. And I put glass over the doors to keep the birds out. I like the mural right here. And this has some Bangkok era murals all inside here. They're starting to fade pretty bad across the bottom. Yeah, it's nice enough. Just a small, simple little temple here on the canal side. You can see the goddess of the earth here. And then this other little wee hand over here. You can see all the trees around. And it has a nice little jetty that's right behind it. Looks like it's pretty new. You can hear they got the band playing over at the floating market. All right, so here's the entrance into it. Has some Thai and Chinese writing. Has the high threshold. And then it has the little shrine here. Now they have the main Buddha behind the little glass that's locked up. I thought at first maybe you could go over there, but it looks like it's locked. And then just the simple, regular little shutters and everything. So this is the Klong Luang floating market. There's not a whole lot here. It's kind of a small little market. Now they do a puppet show on Saturday and Sunday, but they're not doing it today. They have kind of an old style, traditional puppet show, but they just have the band playing. You can see some of the things they have. Sounds like they have a little girl on the microphone over there. Now this follows the Klong around, or the canal, and it eventually goes over to the artist house. The artist house is what most people come down here to see. Here's like a little convenience store. You get drinks. And there's a couple little restaurants here where you can eat on the river. So right down over here, you can get some sit-down restaurants, and you can eat right on the canal. But it's just a small little floating market. Probably what I'll do another day is come down here and do a video just of this floating market and the artist house. And spend some time and go over some of the details. Right here in the alley, this lady's selling some snacks. So 20 baht. She's right here on the back of her house. I think I'll get some of these with the coconut. We'll just keep on walking down this little alley here to the artist village. And you can see here another little place here. They're selling some fish in their little restaurant. This is just kind of some back alleys here along the canal in Thonburi. And the corrugated tin roofs. See the bananas all bloomed out there. And another little shop. People can come over here and do their laundry also. And it's a little tiny, narrow little alley, but they still have motorcycles, everything else that goes down here. Okay, so we walked down along that canal and we're over here at a third-class temple. This is a Rama I era. This Rama I was the first king of the Bangkok era. So this is Wat Khun Chan. And it has some Buddha images back here. And it's supposed to have 3 pagodas that are across the way. You can see some of the stuff around. The ordination ordination stone is pretty cool with that little, looks like a Khmer prong. Now a third-class temple means it still does get some royal money from the monarchy, and that's what they use to maintain these temples. The first class is the best, well, other than Wat Pak Nam, which is like a special class temple. All right, so one of the doors was unlocked, so I was able to walk in here. Looks like they got it set up. They're going to do a little ceremony for the monks. So you can see these are all Bangkok era murals. And these were being painted last time I came, so these are really, really fresh. Actually, you could see the guys that were over here painting, I believe, this mural right here. Yeah, these are really nice. And you can see the scene over here. This is the goddess of the earth flooding the world out of her hair. And then the main Buddha. You can see here they got just all the Buddha images here. Now they have these little notches up above, and there's some little tiny Buddha images in most of them. There's the standing Buddha that you can see there. Some have them, some don't. And right here behind that ordination hall, outside of the wall, are these 3 chetties that they have. There's a couple small ones all around it, but these are the 3 main ones. And I'm not sure whose ashes are interned here, but this is kind of one of the highlights of this temple. So you can see how this canal is down here. Yeah, this is fantastic. You got a little boy here, he's fishing with a homemade fishing pole, a bottle of water with some fishing string. Now this goes into the toy house and the artist house. We're going to stop here for a little bit. Part of the tour is supposed to see like a show here at the artist house, but I don't know if we'll have time, because it seems like everything is taking longer than what they've had planned. This is kind of a cool area. I like this old boardwalk down here on the canal. And you can see here we got one of the boats going by, and then another tour boat coming along right behind. And you can buy these here to feed the fish, and they'll have snacks and stuff like that all through here. Now what's cool, there's an old chetty that's back behind the artist house. You can see all the stuff around here. Here they have the art paintings, postcards, magnets, stuff like that. And it's the wooden style houses, the storefronts. Looks like here they got some laundry hanging out. That's just their house back in there. And you can see between the houses, just the canal. Beads, some of the little wares. And he's over here painting up a sign. Here you can buy some little knickknacks. And here's the artist's house. They have some of those little weird looking chickens. Now this is what's cool about this place. They have this where you can just sit out here, do some painting, all of that. And then right behind this, they have this old jetty right here, or as the Thais call it, JD. And I don't know how old this is. There's no temple here. There's just this little jetty. It's kind of interesting. And then you can see how the artist house is all around here. There's a second story up there. Yeah, this is a neat building. We got a boat doing a U-turn here. And she's doing some of the screen printing right there with an old machine. So she rolls out the ink by hand and then she rolls it through the machine. Yeah, that's pretty neat. And then that's the finished product over there on that rack. We have a old machine here. They got a new stuffed little penguin. And then there's a little tiny jetty right here also. So we're gonna go up to the second floor and look at the art gallery up here. Some more of this stuff up here on the second floor. That looks like it's kind of a quilt behind the glass there. Those are painted. And that little jetty that's you can see on the ground floor.
That way the house is clean.
And some more of the paintings. Okay, so this is a map of the area right here. Now we're going to walk back over to the floating market and then we'll catch the boat back towards Bang Wa Pier. So we're about done over here. Now you can see on the horizon over there, there is Wat Pak Nam. You can just see that giant Buddha's head sticking up over the tree, over the buildings. That's pretty cool. And then just the little local canal here. And we're back in the little floating market. So we're back over here, and they do have a couple of little puppets out. It's a 3-man puppet operation. So we're not going to have time to watch the whole show. It's time for the boat to leave. Okay, back on the boat. All right, just one more little boat trip from here back over to the Bang Wa Pier for the end of the tour. It's got a big gear shift, the steering wheel, the gas and the clutch. Another temple back in there somewhere.
จริงแล้วแม่น้ำลำคลองนี่มันมีหลายพื้นที่นะให้เราได้ชมได้อะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะจะมีหลายที่ให้เรียนรู้เพราะเราไม่เน้นยอดวิวเราไม่เน้น
She's selling her souvenirs.
เราเน้นเราเน้นแค่ว่าเราเที่ยวที่ไหนเราก็ถ่ายที่นั่นเราไม่เคยทำสคริปต์ที่นี่คุณภาพน้ำมันใกล้ๆแสบๆแล้วนะมันต้องค่อยๆปรับปรับอ่ะจริงต้องผมก็ไม่รู้จะหาวิธีไหนนะพอตมก็คงต้องหาวิธีปรับน้ำนะ
And over there's Wat Pak Nam again. You can just see the gold Buddha sticking up out of the tree. So we're going to go up the Prasi Charon Canal. Check out this little boat here. It's smoking. Oh, that's great. Oh, they're cooking something. That's why it's smoking. So he's driving the boat and she's cooking away. They have some of the grilled chicken. Now, this boat here looks like they live on it. They got the clothes and stuff hanging. And I think what they do here is they go up and down these canals looking for treasure, actually. There's guys that's what they do is they go and they fish. Like they go along the bottom looking for old Buddha amulets and statues and stuff like that. The local boys, they're over there fishing and doing some stuff. Here the canal's quite wide. You got a nice walkway up there for the people that live along the canal to use. A lot of people that'll be off here fishing, and you can see up into their houses and stuff. All right, here we are back to Bang Wa Pier, where we started. And that was the boat we were on. It's a pretty big boat. It was a lot quieter than I thought, but they went pretty slow. Those longtails are quite a bit louder. All right, so that finishes up our little video from this little canal tour, checking out the old canal, or the old Chaophraya River that goes through Bangkok here. It was a long day. It's not for the faint of heart. I mean, we were on it for 7.5 hours on that tour. So it was fun for me. We got to see quite a few temples. I was a little disappointed in the little puppet show. I was kind of looking forward to that, and we just caught the tail end of it and we didn't have enough time. And we kind of rushed through some of the other temples like Wat Pak Nam. We rushed through it, and then we spent quite a bit of time at some of the smaller temples. But it is what it is. It was exactly the right price, which was free. It was a little promotion thing here by this region trying to promote tourism into this part of Bangkok. So anyway, guys, if this is your first time ever at my channel, this is what I do. I make videos of things that I see and tell you a little bit about what I know. And if you like it, definitely smash the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Stick around and then you're notified whenever I post new content. I don't do anything fancy, just this open narrative where I just tell you what I know and show you what I see. And so if you like that, definitely stick around and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. If you want me to do something, or if you like boat trips like this, tell me that in a comment, or if you want me to do something different, let me know also. So from over here near Bang Wa in the Thonburi region, remember guys, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.